a drop fell on you because you crept too close for a good photograph, it would come out again. The other side. Of course, in the old days, they would have used a wood or a coal-fired furnace. These days, we use a wonderful thing called an induction furnace. It's a bit like those black glass cooktops you have in a modern house, where the actual surface doesn't actually get hot. You've got to have a pan with a magnet in it. This keeps occupational health and safety happy. It keeps me happy, because I don't have to pump a set of bellows for 6 hours a day. Quite right. This is a simple cast iron mould. My dad would have called it pig iron. It gives the ingot its shape, and because of the, that's all right, we used to kids, used to be one. Because of the nature of the metal, it very quickly takes the heat out of the liquid. Bear with me, folks, this bit takes a bit of concentration. The glowing thing is called a crucible. It's made of graphite, carbon, clay, with a little bit of silicon. It can bear 2,000 degrees. The trade-off is it's not that much stronger than a biscuit. The final smelt, or purification of the gold, which you just witnessed, really is a very simple process. We take the impure gold, and when we pop it into the crucible, we add a really simple substance called borax. Gold is incredibly easy to purify for two reasons. Put simply, it's incredibly heavy, it's incredibly dense. So, as it melts, it sinks. As it sinks, anything that isn't as dense and heavy as gold, which is apparently a fair percentage of the universe, is forced to the surface. It floats above the gold exactly the same way that cream floats on top of milk. Now, the borax is incredibly fine. As that rises up through the gold, it takes with it any other impurity that floats above the gold. Then, just like when you boil milk in a saucepan, if you wait for 20 seconds, you are going to get that really horrible skin forming on top of it. If you're very careful when you boil the milk, you can get the really horrible skin to stick to the side of the saucepan. Or in this case, anything that isn't gold to stick to the side of the crucible and not end up in cocoa. It is, however, still a bit warm. In fact, at about 800 degrees, that's going to take 2 hours in the air to cool down, to the point whereby I could comfortably handle it. Gold has quite a low emissivity. It's really not that good at radiating heat. It's very good at conducting heat, but it needs something to conduct too. So I'm going to cheat a bit. And hopefully, by the time I pop the crucible back into the furnace, and taken off some of this protective gear, this particular bar of gold will go from 800 degrees down to about 8. So all the heat that couldn't radiate away, all the heat that couldn't conduct itself in those thinly spaced molecules of air has managed to remove itself through steam. And in that incredibly short time, this particular bar of gold is now perfectly safe to handle. And what we're left with is 100 ounces, or 3 kilograms, of 99.99% pure gold. Today's value, 165,000 Australian dollars. 2 months ago, or 2 weeks ago, it was about 170, 2 months ago, 150. During the global financial crisis, 2008, 2009, near as damn it, 200,000 Australian dollars. I would love to hand it around. Unfortunately, there's 165,000 reasons why I'm not allowed. However, I do need to prove it's gold. You see, there are skeptics in the world, quite right, I'm one of them, who would say that's not gold, that's brass, they wouldn't dare. Brass really is quite light. It could be lead for the weight. Lead really doesn't look like this after you put it through 1200 degrees. What's your name, young lady, with the glasses? Correct, you win. Okay, come. Put out both your hands. Where's the teacher with the camera? Got to be one there somewhere. There she is. Both your hands, tell the truth. Is it heavy?
Yes.
Put a smile. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
That's a good smile. Top job. Give her a round of applause. Unfortunately, what I've got to do now is take this delightful bauble and drop it back into its bulletproof safe. Then I'm going to open up these doors. We have a shop. Bet you never expected that. You don't have to buy anything. Come through and say good day. If anybody's got any of those VIP gold pass things, stick around. Everybody else, come and have a snoop.